We have only had one single Pokémon Legends game up until now, Pokémon Legends Z-A, and so it would be wrong for me to tell you that we have a pattern going into Pokémon Legends Z-A because, well, we have nothing like that. Both games are very different and they likely have their reasons for that, and check this video out to know exactly what I believe those reasons are. But even without there being a clear pattern, there are likely some gameplay decisions that are just gonna stay, and we can probably decipher them already. So hey, I'm Not-So-Ace Trainer, and what can Pokémon Legends Arceus tell us about Pokémon Legends Z-A? Let's get into it. Pokémon Legends Arceus happened in the vast wilderness of Hisui, the ancient land of Sinnoh, before it was Sinnoh. It was basically just a whole world for you to explore there. From the green plains of the obsidian fieldlands, the swamps of the crimson mirelands, the icy passages of the alabaster icelands to the mountains of the coronet highlands and the blue ocean of the cobalt coastlands. All of this existed with barely any human touch. But still, there was some. And it existed not only because of the plot of the game, but also because it helped organize the gameplay itself. You had a few different major areas that you could visit, the 5 I've just mentioned, Jubilife Village, and eventually the Ancient Retreat, and they all had a specific purpose. Just as the like, subscribe, and join button have a specific purpose and you know exactly what it is. But because these purposes are general, we can kind of apply them to this new Lumiose city we're about to visit. So take the map we got at Pokémon Day 2025 and try to pinpoint each exact thing. Before I continue though, what is the place that you cannot wait to visit in this new Lumiose city? Let me know down below. Both Pokémon Legends Arceus and Pokémon Legends Z-A have one thing in common. We play the role of an outsider. In Pokémon Legends Arceus we came through the rift sent by Arceus to save the land of Hisui and maybe the whole Pokémon world, and in Pokémon Legends Z-A we are there in Lumiose City to sightsee. Very different premises, but both have a similar need, and that need is a place for us to stay. The main place is already known to us, that is Hotel Z. This will be our base, the place where we rest most of the time. In a way, it will work as our Jubilife Village, or at least as our home in Jubilife Village. But there were more places we could rest in when playing Pokémon Legends Arceus. Every single main area had at least one camp and you could rest on those as well. In Pokémon Legends Z-A, we also have the map or the city divided into 5 or 6 main areas, and they are marked by the colors of the rooftops. So we have the Vert, the Jaune, the Magenta, the Rouge and the Bleu districts, plus the 6th location being the Centrico Plaza. For now, we'll focus on the first 5, because if we believe that we'll have at least one location to rest like in Pokémon Legends Arceus, we can try to identify those. For example, let's start with the Vert area, as we'll arrive at this new Lumiose station and be staying at Hotel Z, both in this district. Still, I think there's another location here that will serve as a resting point, and I believe that to be the Professor's lab, which might be Sycamore's lab or it might be someone else's entirely. Moving on to the Magenta district, we have the Quasartico headquarters, which I'm assuming has something like what we saw in Silph Co, for example in the Kanto games, where there were some beds inside the building, likely for researchers that worked until the late hours, but also, of course, for us to rest. I haven't found another location that instantly tells me this is a place for us to rest or this is an important location, but it is possible that there is another hotel in this area where we'll be able to rest since Lumiose has changed since X and Y. Moving on to the Rouge district, we have 2 locations where I can see us resting. One of them, I believe, is going to be a very important location, and that is Lucre's Bureau or likely Emma's Bureau right now. A place where we'll likely get both main quests and side quests, and where there's likely a place for us to crash, especially since Lucre bought the whole building. And of course, there's also Hotel Richissime in this district, which already existed in the original Kalos games. The next 2 areas don't have anything that instantly tells me, oh, that's 100% a resting location, but the Jaune district does have this new building that I haven't yet been able to identify, which I will for now keep as another resting area, with the Bleu district leaving us a little bit empty-handed. This area right here kinda looks like a special building, but I believe that to be a shopping area, which could have a place for us to rest, though I don't think they would do it, considering how important shopping is for the Kalos region. That pretty much takes care of the resting areas and the division of Lumiose City, but that part had already been done in Pokémon X and Y since, it's the same city after all. Still relating to this, we're kinda missing two other things that Pokémon Legends Arceus can show us, one of them being the late game mysterious location, that being the Ancient Retreat, and of course the place where the final showdown is likely gonna happen. One of those is already kinda obvious though. In Pokémon Legends Arceus, the final showdown against Follow, or even against Arceus if you wanna see that as the final battle, happened when we went to Mount Coronet, a place that is at the very center of the Hisui region. In Pokémon Legends Z-A, we have something that is clearly a place where something final can happen, but also already has center in its name. I'm talking about the Centrico Plaza where the Prism Tower is. I'll be very surprised if the game doesn't end up with a battle here, especially a battle against someone connected to the Ancient Retreat of this game. That's because I believe that AZ is likely the Cogita of Pokémon Legends Z-A, he's the one that carries lore, so here I think we'll have a villain as the one in the hidden place, a villain in the Ancient Retreat. That place is going to be somewhere we've been before though, and that will be Lysander Labs, where we'll find clues about Lysander's whereabouts, before him becoming the true villain of this game. I expect that area to be locked or hidden until very late into the game, until we take care of some quests with Emma or some quests with Quasartico, and basically uncover a secret plot from Team Flare to revive the whole thing, leading us into old Lysander Labs where Lysander is hidden. And so it's possible we have it all figured out. We know where the Ancient Retreat is, the hidden location we only find out about later in the game. We know where the final battle will be, as there is a very much center-like location. And we even have a division to the city that connects it to Pokémon Legends Arceus and so lets us kinda identify resting locations. Still, and just like the different role that AZ will have when compared to Kamado or Silene, I think that's where they'll innovate in this game. They will switch the roles quite a bit. While I think our Jubilife village will be a mix of Hotel Z and the Professor's Lab, I think AZ will not be our Kamado, acting more like Adaman/Irida against Quasartico, tradition versus progress, just like time versus space. Urbane Ortoni will be our Ray or Akari, that part stays the same, there are rivals, while Emma is very possibly our Silene, or even Kamado, a bit of a leader figure that also enlists our help. I think Laventon will still be represented by the Professor in this game, while the mysterious villain that shows up at the end, or the twist villain, will be Lysander showing up when we think he's dead. I don't think that, but a lot of people do. This role could also go to the mysterious character, the Cogita, the lore carrier of this game, though I think a return from like Zerozik or Sycamore would be better as they have the knowledge about the villain and the lore. Lysander and Mega Evolution/Zygarde in this case. It could also be, of course, that AZ is the Cogita of this game, like I mentioned before, because, well, he is very old, he carries the lore, he is the lore. Now, if it will truly be like this, I have no idea. But Pokémon does have a formula, and while it is adapted from game concept to game concept, there are some details that always remain the same. And so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this turns out to be true. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we have one wild Mega Evolution as the noble of each district. But I wouldn't be surprised to see it all turn out wrong as well, because, well, that is how it is. And so that is all I have for you today. We really need a new trailer, and I'll see you all on the next one. But before I go, I want to thank my Twitch subscribers Anubis here and the Dr. Joe, and my YouTube members Dash Plays and Yahtzee for going that extra mile. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much.